there, I'm Susan Beyer, and this is Fun with Research. Thanks for joining me today. Today I want to talk about branded versus unbranded surveys. What does that mean? So branded surveys are ones where immediately the respondent can tell who is conducting the survey, or at least who's sponsoring it, right? So they probably have a logo at the front, or they say, hey, this is a survey from us. An unbranded survey is one where the respondent can't tell who is conducting the survey, perhaps until they get towards the end, where maybe there will be some more specific questions about the brand or the company that is sponsoring the survey. The idea behind unbranded surveys is that they will reduce bias. Sometimes respondents answer questions in the way they think you want them to, and if they know who you are, or they think they're going to have a better chance at getting an incentive or something like that, if they say nice things about you, then that's not great for the quality of your data. So that's the idea behind unbranded surveys. In some situations, companies don't want anyone to know that they're conducting research into something. Maybe it's a new product concept or something. So sometimes those will be unbranded surveys. There's a couple of things to think about with respect to whether or not you brand your survey. One of them is trust. So somehow you're going to have to get your survey out to people to participate in it. And unless they know who you are, getting it out to them can be a problem. Who are you going to email it from? What's that email address going to be? And are they going to even open that email, much less read it and click through to your survey, if they have no idea who's sending that to them? Trust is important in research because that's where you're going to get the best data, is that people believe that you can take care of what they're providing you, and it's not going to be used for sort of nefarious purposes, or it's not coming from somebody they have no engagement with, and why would they participate? Bias, as I said, is another issue, but sometimes doing an unbranded survey doesn't make a lot of sense. For example, if you want to survey your customers about what's going on with your brand, well, there's already bias built in there. They are your customers. So it's probably better in a situation like that to be honest and say, hey, we're conducting this survey, but your responses are going to be anonymous, so that you can tell us anything you want to tell us, and we can't tell who you are. There's not going to be a backlash. There's no additional benefit to saying nice things about us. We really want to know your honest opinion, and anonymity can help survey respondents feel more comfortable that that is the case. The only time here at Audience Audit that we really use unbranded surveys for our studies is if we're working with a group of respondents, like panel respondents who have agreed to participate in research with large companies, and they get incentives for doing that. But it doesn't help them or you to have them know who's conducting the study. They're not your customers necessarily, and maybe you don't want people to know you're conducting this. So with a panel, it doesn't hurt to have an unbranded survey. The panel company is going to distribute that survey to them. That is their trusted source. And they expect often not to know who's conducting the survey, and that's fine. If you're working with partners on your survey, you kind of still don't want it to be unbranded, because then your partner maybe is sending out invitations to their community, but their community, even though they're receiving this from maybe a trusted source, may say, I don't know who's doing this. There's no information about who's conducting the survey, and I may not want to participate. So my recommendation is usually to brand your survey. If you're distributing it or partners distributing it, be upfront, be out there about the fact that you're conducting this research, but provide your respondents anonymity. And then if you're working with a panel response group or something like that, then unbranded surveys are typically just fine. Hope that's helpful. We'll see you next Friday on Fun with Research.